Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at the digital delay DD-7, the classic DD series of delay pedals from Boss. We've already had a look at a couple of earlier incarnations of this pedal on Gear Facts, but let's start at the beginning and get into the DD-7. So if we put our controls in the middle here, a basic sound is like this. Switch it on. Whoa, that's a very long delay. Okay, so the first category is 3200 milliseconds, and it looks like we are right up on the outer edge of that. Let's try increasing the delay time. It's coming. There it is. Okay, and if we speed that up, we'll find ourselves on the lower end of the 3 seconds mark. It'll still be a pretty slow delay. But it's got that beautiful Boss DD clarity that we're used to hearing. Let's go back to the center. The next category of delay is 800 milliseconds, so this will be a lot faster. It's always fun to play with that delay time dial a little bit. Yeah, very nice. The next setting is 200 milliseconds, and here we're getting into that very fast delay that you often associate with country music. Maybe that setting's not a great example, but if we speed it right up, again, still not quite the sound I was talking about, but anyway, let's increase that to put it on the upper end of that 200 millisecond bracket. It's just such a sweet delay. It really chimes out nicely. And if we zoom in a little bit, I almost forgot that there is a tiny little 50 millisecond mark as well. And that gives you that sort of hollow, ultra-fast delay sound. But if you tweak the feedback and change the time a little bit, you can actually pretty much turn this into a chorus pedal. So you can hear that slight chorusing effect there. I'm going to try it with a different guitar now and move on to the more advanced effects. Let's move on to hold. Okay, so you saw the light change color there, and what it's done is actually sampled and looped a little bit of what I played. So as you can see, I was creating a little loop there. To be honest, that's something that I'm yet to master, but it's good to know that the delay pedal utilizes the circuitry that it has in there to create a basic and very simple little looper that could be really handy for a solo performer. Moving on, we've got our modulated delay. Modulated delays are always really fun, I think. Let's turn up the level and the feedback a little bit, maybe increase the time. Yeah, modulated delay is always a very dreamy, nice, mysterious sort of sound. And of course, on that setting, the other controls become more basic and straightforward, easy to understand. So left is fast, right is slow, feedback is what it always is, and then you've got level. So we're not categorized into template durations of delay like we are in the first three settings. Let's move on to analog delay. And we hear that muffling as the delay fades out. Let's increase that feedback and slow it down a bit so you can really appreciate that. Once more with the level right up, because we all love playing around with that. Should start to feed back. Here it comes. Alright, that's great for some cheap thrills at a gig, isn't it? Okay, finally, let's move on to reverse delay. Nice long possibilities with this one. That's always a nice trick, letting a chord ring out and it just sort of reflects back at you. It's very nice. Okay, so that's a run through the basic settings. Let's have a closer look at the physical aspects of the pedal. At first sight, it looks like a pretty typical Boss sort of a setup, but 3 sockets on the side here. The one on the left is for tap tempo. You just use an FS1 switch or some other similar momentary switch with a mono TRS tip to plug into that one right there. Just start tapping it and that'll set your delay time. Left and right channels there, you can see that my plug is in on the left channel, which is default for mono, but if you want to run a stereo path through, no problem at all. Over on the other side, a little bit simpler, we've just got the stereo path out. And once again, I'm on the left channel, even though that appears on your right, it corresponds with the left channel, input A, output A, straight through to the amp. Here's a closer look at the actual control panel. Sometimes Boss prints a bit of a mini manual underneath their pedals, but in this particular case, it's just the usual technical information. So thanks for watching my demo of the DD-7, guys, and thank you in advance for liking, commenting, or subscribing to Gear Facts. I'm putting up links to other things that might interest you. I've reviewed plenty of pedals. We're coming up to 700 videos on YouTube now. So if you're already familiar with Gear Facts, welcome back, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Gear Facts.